Anna was a young woman, consumed by the pursuit of perfection. Every morning, every afternoon, every night was dedicated to the obsessive analysis of her image. In a dusty antique shop, she found a mirror that seemed to whisper promises of eternal beauty. The frame, adorned with intricate details, captured her like a spider's web traps its prey. Without hesitation, Anna bought it, ignoring the sudden chill that ran down her spine. At home, the mirror became the center of her universe. Hours turned into mere moments as she lost herself in her reflection. But over time, subtle disturbances began to disrupt her routine. A smile in the mirror that wasn't hers, a cold glint in the reflected eyes. Anna tried to ignore it, convincing herself it was just exhaustion. However, the truth was relentless. The mirror began to display distorted images, shadows of her deepest fears and insecurities that she had fought so hard to hide. Her reflection grew stronger, more independent, while Anna herself withered, consumed by terror. The mirror showed her what she feared most: ugliness, aging, insignificance. One night, the unthinkable happened. From the mirror emerged a twisted version of Anna, a malevolent specter of her own vanity. The creature attacked her, seeking to usurp her place in the real world, to steal her life. In a desperate struggle, Anna fought with all her strength, realizing too late that her obsession had made her vulnerable. A gateway to horror. At the climax of the battle, exhausted and on the brink of despair, Anna understood the grim truth. The only way to defeat the aberration was to destroy the mirror. With a scream of fury, she hurled herself against it, shattering it into 1,000 pieces. The creature screamed, dissipating into black smoke. But as Anna looked at the shards of glass, she saw her own reflection, now tainted by darkness. An eternal reminder that the real monster had always been inside her. Beauty, she realized, was a prison, and vanity, the key to her own destruction. Lucas, a writer tormented by creative block, sought refuge in a secluded cabin, deep in the heart of a dense and eerie forest. He longed for silence, for solitude, hoping that the quiet would awaken his dormant muse. Little did he know that the silence of the forest concealed unspeakable horrors. At first, the cabin seemed like a sanctuary, but as the days passed, an unsettling sensation began to creep into his soul. Strange noises echoed through the woods, indistinct whispers that seemed to dance around the cabin. Dark shadows moved at the edges of his vision, and the constant feeling of being watched pushed him to the brink of madness. Lucas tried to rationalize it, convincing himself that it was just his fertile imagination playing tricks on him. But the malevolent presence grew stronger each night. Vivid nightmares tormented him, dreams of a grotesque, relentless creature hunting him through the forest. The isolation, once a refuge, had become a prison. His sanity crumbled as the creature drew closer. Paranoia consumed him, and he could no longer distinguish reality from illusion. Determined to face his fears, Lucas prepared for battle. Armed with an axe and fragile courage, he waited for nightfall, knowing the confrontation was inevitable. In the impenetrable darkness, the creature attacked. The cabin trembled under the force of its blows, and Lucas fought with all his might, desperate to survive. But the creature was too strong, its presence tangible and terrifying. In the end, Lucas was overpowered, his mind and body shattered by supernatural violence. The cabin fell silent, stained with blood and horror, a monument to madness and death. The forest, indifferent, swallowed yet another soul into its eternal darkness. Isabella worked as an assistant in a morgue, a place where death was routine, a constant reminder of life's fragility. She had grown accustomed to the cold, the silence, the presence of motionless bodies. But one night, the silence was broken. Whispering voices invaded the morgue, calling her name, revealing dark secrets that should have remained buried. At first, Isabella thought she was losing her mind, but the voices grew stronger, becoming clearer, more insistent. They were the voices of the dead, trapped between life and death, yearning for release. Frightened, Isabella tried to uncover the source of those voices, but each step brought her closer to an unimaginable horror. The truth was terrifying. A malevolent entity, imprisoned in limbo, was using the morgue's bodies as a portal to the world of the living. The voice Isabella heard was that of the entity, seeking a vessel, a bridge to escape its eternal prison. And Isabella, with her sensitivity and closeness to death, was the key. The entity tried to seduce Isabella, promising power, knowledge, and a deep understanding of life's and death's mysteries. But Isabella resisted, horrified by the idea of becoming an instrument of evil. She knew that if she gave in, she would open the doors to an endless nightmare. In the final confrontation, Isabella used her knowledge of funerary rituals, her familiarity with death, to weaken the entity. She fought with courage and determination, invoking ancestral forces to seal the portal and banish the creature back to limbo. However, with its last breath, the entity left a mark on Isabella, a dark connection that would forever bind her to the world of the dead. Isabella survived, but she would never be the same again. She would forever carry the weight of the whispering voices, the macabre knowledge of death's secrets, and the certainty that terror lurks in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike. The morgue, once just a workplace, had become a haunted sanctuary, a constant reminder of her battle against the darkness. For more spine-chilling stories, follow our channel, like and share, so we know you enjoyed the content and can bring you even more stories like this. See you in the next video.